Look, the biggest problem with family foundations isn't just money, it's control. So many founders and leaders think because they have a foundation, they have power over change. But what happens instead? They get stuck in endless meetings, trying to align visions that never really match. They create these huge, complicated plans nobody outside the board even understands. And meanwhile, nothing moves. That frustration. It's real. It's draining. It feels like you're throwing your soul into a pit of bureaucracy, getting weighed down by people who don't share your urgency. You feel powerless in the one space where you expected to change the world. Sound familiar? Here's the brutal truth. Most family foundations get caught up in legacy maintenance instead of smashing real impact. They replicate old ideas about charity, aiming for comfort, avoiding conflict. But if you're watching this, that's not why you created your foundation. You didn't build your business playing it safe, so why start now? Why settle for safe bets and slow change when the world is screaming for fast, fierce action? So, what's the fix? First, stop treating your foundation like a charity club or a PR tool. It's not about feeling good or checking boxes. It's a tool to mobilize power and capital in ways that shake systems, not just fund good intentions. Forget tradition if it's holding you back. Tear down those familiar structures and rebuild from the ground up. Lean, laser-focused, ruthless on impact. You've got to ask, who actually drives results here? Who's accountable? And don't settle for surface-level data. Push for real transparency and brutal honesty about what's working and what's failing, even if it hurts. If you don't demand that, your money will disappear into the black hole of good intentions that change nothing. Next, leverage your network like your life depends on it, because from here on, it does. Share risks with other family offices that aren't afraid to invest aggressively in ideas aiming for huge leaps, not just small steps. Combine your capital and your expertise to hit massive scale. This isn't about being a lone wolf. The biggest breakthroughs happen when you build fierce alliances that challenge each other, that push past comfort zones, that refuse mediocre outcomes. If you're not building those relationships, real, strategic, no-fluff connections, you're leaving power on the table. And here's something that most people miss. Emotions in philanthropy matter. Not the feel-good kind, but the hard-to-face emotions. The anger at injustice, the frustration with slow systems, the hunger for real change. Family foundations have to harness that fire instead of smoothing it over with polite boardroom talk. Use that energy to fuel decisions, investments, and partnerships. When you channel real emotion into your mission, you move beyond quarterly reports and annual goals. You create urgency. You force action. That's how legacies get built, by those who refuse to settle. Don't get caught in the trap of preserving wealth instead of creating value. Your foundation's money isn't a safety net, it's ammunition. Deploy it smartly, with precision and purpose, and don't let anyone or anything slow you down. This means cutting off projects that stagnate, reallocating resources fast, and demanding breakthrough ideas, not just incremental fixes. You have a responsibility to be ruthless for the right reasons. Last thing, your foundation should ask bigger questions than, how can we help? Start asking, what system do we want to break? Because philanthropy isn't charity, it's strategic battle. If you don't look to disrupt, to challenge the broken parts of society, you're just throwing money at the surface. Use your foundation to dig deep, to go where others won't, to take risks no one else wants to face. Only then will you see your money translate into real power, real change, real impact. So stop waiting for the perfect moment or perfect plan. Start acting now with sharp focus, fierce will, and relentless drive. If family foundations want to influence philanthropy goals in any meaningful way, they need to stop playing it safe, stop being polite, and start demanding outsized results with everything they've got. This is your call to make those foundations truly dangerous, for the better. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to learn more.